There's a moment in every year when the light stretches farther than we expect. It lingers. It refuses to leave quickly. And even though the solstice has already passed, its emotional geography is still here. The steady, honest light that shows us where we've grown and where we've drifted. That's what I want to explore with you tonight. The longest light, the first hinge in this solstice arc. The longest light arrives in the season when life gives us just enough visibility to see what's really happening inside us. The steady, honest light, the quiet kind, the kind that shows rather than announces. And if you're watching this in early July, you're standing in one of the most important emotional windows of the year. The midpoint, the hinge, the place where the first half of your story meets the second half of your intention. The longest light reveals the shape of your year so far, the truth of how you've actually lived, the hopes you carried in July, the plans you shaped in March, and a real story of what happened between then and now. And that truth is a gift, because clarity is never punishment. Clarity is permission. Permission to adjust. Permission to release, and permission to continue. Permission to begin again. Shame has no place here. The longest light simply reveals you. And when the light gets long, three things always become visible. First, what has grown, what actually grew. Maybe it's resilience, maybe it's patience. Maybe it's a new boundary you didn't know you were capable of holding. Maybe it's a relationship that surprised you. Maybe it's a part of your identity that finally stepped forward. Growth carries many faces. Sometimes it looks like achievement. Sometimes it looks like endurance. Sometimes it looks like recovery, and sometimes it looks like the quiet courage of staying present through a season that asks more of you than you expected. The longest light shows you the growth you didn't celebrate because you were too busy surviving it. And second, what's dimmed? Every year has a dimming, a place where something lost its brightness, a habit that slipped, a dream that softened, a part of your identity that went quiet. The longest light exposes this so you can understand it. Dimming carries information. It tells you where your energy has been spent. It tells you what has been competing for your attention. It tells you what has been heavy or distracting, or simply too much for the season you were in. The longest light lets you see the dimming with steady eyes, and with the freedom to address one thing at a time. Third, what deserves more light? This is the part of the solstice that matters most. When the light stretches, it shows you the places your life is asking for illumination, the places that are important, alive, and ready. Maybe it's a relationship that needs your presence. Maybe it's a project that needs your courage, or maybe it's a part of your identity that needs your honesty. Maybe it's a dream that needs your commitment, or maybe it's a wound that needs your gentleness. The longest light reveals what deserves to be seen right now in this season and in this moment. And here's the quiet truth of this moment in the year. You need more light because time is passive, light is active. Time passes while light reveals. Time moves and light clarifies. Time continues and light directs. The solstice teaches us that illumination carries more value than ours, because when you can see clearly, you can choose clearly. And that's the emotional purpose of this first episode in the solstice arc. A moment of clarity, a moment where the light stays long enough for you to see your life without rushing. So tonight I want to offer you a simple, gentle question, one that fits the solstice window whenever you watch this. What's the longest light revealing to you right now? What's it showing you right here and right now? Because the longest light is honest, and honesty is the beginning of alignment. This is a hinge. This is the midpoint. This is the illumination before the mirror. So let the light be long tonight. Let it show you what's true, and let that truth be enough. In episode 2, the mid-year mirror, clarity becomes reflection, and reflection becomes direction. Take care. Stay connected.